Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dave back again, and I'm a little late on this girl. I had to do some swap out with Sideshow, and then once I got her together, I put her up on the shelf, and I got lazy, and I haven't done it yet. Mainly because I've been seeing what a couple other people are doing with theirs first. But this is going to be my honest review on this piece. This is the red Sonja from Sideshow, quarter scale format or premium format. It does have a cloth cape, some faux leather, or actually this is real leather for the belt on here, and then the rest of it is all sculptured. You do have like a copper chain on here. The sculpture itself is fantastic. I haven't seen a piece with this kind of presence since, I don't know, like companies like Hard Hero, things like that. I believe I'd have to flip it over. I'm lazy right now, but I think I got number 212 out of 3,000, so I'm really happy with the edition size. Now, I did have to swap out the body. It did have some scuffs on it, and on this knee over here, it was kind of, I don't know if there's a joining part there or what it was, but I wasn't happy with it. Sideshow came through, was really nice, and got me a replacement body. Now, I know a lot of people have been having issues with paint and the color. She is dark, especially for being a redhead, which are supposed to be fair. You can tell on the face here that, you know, it is darker than the rest. It actually matched the original body, which was pretty dark. That was really my only complaint. And this isn't really an issue with Sideshow itself. It's more with the production company that's overseas doing it. No Google eyes, but they're not the correct color. These are more of a auburn color, grayish auburn color, where her eyes are supposed to be green, especially if you've seen, you know, the prototype pictures, things like that. That was kind of a letdown. But not surprising, unfortunately. And again, you know, I'm just trying to do an honest thing on here. There are a couple of issues that I have with some of the newer pieces compared to when I used to collect before. They're doing a lot of, I guess you'd call it pre-shading or shading on the pieces. So like on the bust section up here, it's shiny up here, but they've sprayed it like a darker grayish silver, I guess you'd call, on the underside here. It was the same way with my Hulk on the back side of the sword. They shaded it so it looked like, you know, it was shaded. They don't really need to do that. I would have the suggestion of let the natural light fall where it's going to fall. And I suggest that with when you're painting models and things like that. Other than things like on minis and stuff where you're trying to emphasize highlights and you're not really going to end up getting that. But on bigger pieces like that, let nature take its course and let natural shading, because what ends up happening is like on here on the underside of the knee where the light isn't hitting, or on the back side of the leg where the light isn't hitting, they've already shaded it. Then you add shade to it, so it makes it even darker, and it just emphasizes that, which is kind of irritating to me, especially someone that's been painting and doing things like that for as long as I have. Now the quality itself, I'm really happy with it. With the whole point I had it on a turntable. The faux fur that's on the back of here, it does look like they've kind of dry brushed it to give it that kind of weathered look. It is just a fabric though. So, and then on this, I am pretty sure that this is leather, but it's not a super grade leather. They have, you can tell that they've smattered it with doing like the toothbrush effect with splatter effects. Same on the drape back here on the cape, and then they've passed over it with airbrush to accentuate the edges that are on here. On the cape, you have a different texture on the back than you do on the front. The front makes it look like regular cloth, where on the back it's well worn and it's a softer material. You can see on here they do have like the snow smatter effect that's down here. It is kind of crusty and stiff. So whatever that they did, whether they did a dip or what they did on here. And then you've got the smatters all up through here. It's a great effect. You know, you've got some fraying on the edges down here. I do like that. The inside is also, you know, decently done. But again, you really get that fabric-y look in here. So you might display it, you might turn it like that to get a better effect out of it. Now paint application on the boots and things like that, very well. You know, you've got smudges, you've got, I think the snow probably could have been done a little bit differently. It's kind of hard to do that, but it's not bad all in all. You do have the half shield that's down here, which I'm assuming was either hers or the person that she slayed. Which, by the way, I do have the exclusive head that I got from I actually got it off of eBay, and it was broken, and I'm in the process of fixing it, and I might do some modifications to it. She is not an exclusive, she is just a regular, but I do have the exclusive head. You guys will see that later on because it will be being repainted also. Up here you have the hand with the axe. Now some people have gotten really good quality with there, and it looks really metallic. This looks really dull on mine, but it's not bad. You know, I can't complain. The wood grain, you know, the wood texture and everything is awesome. Even the leather grain that's on there. Now this is one of the removable parts. You've got the hand that's up here. You've got the head, which does have long flowing hair. It is a little dark. They could have hit the highlights a lot better on here. I'm not stressing, and I'll tell you why here shortly. You know, the paint application and everything on here is a little bit well. I think on that it could have been done a little bit differently. She does have earrings that are in there. They're not removable though. You do have, of course, the cape that's on here, and I'll go ahead and pop that off real quick. It does have basically a bra hook that's on there and just drapes around here with the long copper chain that's on there. One of my nitpicks is how they do have the cape going on. They have the chain going up and across the chest here. I don't like that. I will be changing that to maybe go across here. We'll shorten the chain on there and do some modifications with that. You do have the scabbard, which, like I said, it does appear to be actual leather for the belt. It does flip through the buckle, and then I've just folded it over and down to give it a nice appearance, so it's not dragging off. You do have basically twine holding the strap together. This is all sculpted, and does appear to be polystone that's on there by tapping it. On the back, you've got the loincloth back here, parts that are not. These are all sculpted. This is, I don't know if it's polystone or what it is, but this is all sculpted. Same with the front here. You do get the small knife. It does not come out of the sheath. But it does have actual metal chain that's on here that attaches to there. So that's well done. I do like that. Sculpted. I love the presence on this. Paint application could have been cleaner. You know, you've got some. I can tell that they painted a majority of this, the skin, after they painted some of the other things. Just how it's done. This arm with the sword is one of the removable pieces, and you can see on here the back side they've done the shading, but on the front side that you see they haven't, and I'm hoping that's coming up pretty well. Now the blood smatter and everything, that is all sculpted and then it is painted on. It's actually not bad. And then of course that just magnetizes on. One of the things I will tell you guys, be cautious, it's not super tight, or at least mine isn't, so if you bump it, I have knocked it off a couple times on the shelf down there, just moving stuff around. I have bumped it off. There is a peg that goes in here and in here to secure her. She is front heavy though, and especially if you don't have the hair on, that hair is going to be your counterbalance to drag her back. If you don't have it on there, she will tip forward, so be cautious with that. Now the base, I'm not sure. I believe it is PVC. But I'm not for sure on that, just because it is kind of light, and the way that it sounds. Now the helmet is glued on, but it is you can tell it's a separate piece that they added on and then they glued on. Let me see, what other points do I want to hit on? So it is not exactly like the prototype. If you're planning on getting this, get it for the sculpture wise. And now I have seen people get it, and it is fantastic. Majority of the people, collectors that I know that have gotten this, are having it repainted, as I'm planning on doing. So don't expect it to be the prototype quality and pictures, because it's not going to be. Is it a great piece? Yes. Is it something worth buying? And I'm not even going to use the word grail, because that gets thrown around too much. But will it be a sought after piece in the future? Yes, I believe it really will be. I don't believe that this is going to be one of those pieces that, even if it stays the way it is, it still will be highly collectible, highly valued once they're gone. And I think if it's well done, I think collectability will actually skyrocket on this once it's repainted. Now I have not decided what I'm going to end up doing, and as far as repainting it, I am thinking about having Big Z, my friend Chris Ziegler, to repaint this. I am going to do some of the parts on it, and then I think I'm going to send it off to him, because he does fantastic work. But what I'm going to do before we get to that is, on the bra area, I am going to grind that off. These straps that are on here, they're going to be gone. The straps that are for this and the loincloth, gone. I have not determined on this, but I'm thinking about these pieces being gone. Or at least the leather straps on them. They are going to get replaced with actual leather. The straps that are on here are going to actually have real buckles and leather. The loincloth and everything is going to have a leather backing with, I can replicate what they have here for the plating, but I'm thinking about doing, because I learned a long time ago and it's a lot easier to do it in miniature, actual chainmail. And I think I'm going to end up doing that for both the breast covers and the loincloth, both front and back. I'm going to end up testing to see it. But either way, it's going to be gone. Other than that, I think I'm going to leave that. The boots and the straps for the boots are very well done. I'm going to leave that. Like I said, the bra strap and all that's going to end up going. We're going to leave this on, because it'll look funky if we don't. It's just the placement that's on there. Earrings, haven't determined yet. But the whole thing's going to end up being repainted. The only thing that might not end up being repainted is the glove, the handle, the boots. The base is probably going to get redone. I kind of like the way the helmet is. And then as far as the cape, I haven't determined, but I think I'm going to put this back in the box and replace it completely with actual fur and different type of leather. I actually have some deer and elk skin down in one of the bins at the workstation that I've had sitting around, so I might end up using that. But other than that, like I said, guys, it is a great piece. I believe they are still available. I would pick one up. You can even find people unloading them, the exclusives, for almost the retail price. So I would snag one. If you can snag an exclusive, get one. I really like the head on it. It's really cool. It does need to be repainted because it's more gray than anything. But it is a great piece. I haven't decided what I'm going to, since it was broken. If you guys have followed me on Facebook, you've already seen that I pretty much repaired it and resculpted what was broken on it, except for the part where the hand is that grabs the hair. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that I hope it wasn't too long. Again, this is one of my favorite pieces. I love having it sitting on the stand downstairs across from Gladiator Hulk, or next to Gladiator Hulk, where he's cutting her kind of an evil glare, and then with her holding the exclusive head. It's a cool combo with that.